A 1911 double stack at a low price point. The Springfield Prodigy. Yeah, beautiful. This video is sponsored by you, nobody else. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, the like button, all the other buttons, the bell, whatever. If you don't like it, fine, I can't help you. Let's get into it. What is a 2011? I didn't know. I did research for you guys. Sometime in the early 90s, Sandy Strayer and Virgil Tripp joined forces on a quest to design and engineer a high-capacity pistol based on the design of the 1911. They formed the company Strayer Tripp International, or STI, now known as Staccato, and succeeded in their creation of the design which we have come to know and love as the 2011. Yes. Between the 1911 and 2011 design, there are several differences, but the major difference is that the frame on the 1911 is a one-piece design, while the frame and grip on the design of a 2011 pistol are modular. The grip pieces come together with the trigger guard around the frame to form the base of the pistol. There are other differences as well, but this design allows for modularity of the double stack design. The Prodigy features the agency optics system to attach a variety of red dots, and it also comes with iron sights that can co-witness with most red dots. They have a chart on the website to see if your optic that you'll run is compatible with these iron sights. The frame and slide are forged steel. It has a grip safety, an ambidextrous thumb safety, a notched Picatinny rail so you can run whatever you want to run. Forward cocking serrations, 4 in the front, 5 rearward cocking serrations in the rear, and a Cerakote finish in black. Nice. So with the great feature set and considerations for modern pistol shooters, how did Springfield Armory compromise to get to this $1,500 price point? I have some theories. Some of the basic observations that I've made are the aesthetics and the materials. It's got very simple aesthetics with minimal slide cuts. They're not elaborate, 4 in the front, 5 in the rear. They're very simple slide cuts. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I actually like the look of the pistol. But with the decrease in machining time and tooling operations, we get a cheaper cost of manufacturing. And it also has a very simple polymer grip and a polymer trigger. The grip texture is mild enough to concealed carry, and I think it's good enough to compete in competition with. I'm also almost certain that it has MIM internals, which is metal injection molded internals. You can do your own research on the MIM internals. There's a big debate about whether they're good to run in competition guns and duty guns and things like that, but they're widely used in the 2011 and 1911 series of pistols. The controls also leave some room for improvement, as well as the trigger, but they are adequate. I wouldn't look at these traits as a bad thing either. They're the compromises that I believe Springfield Armory made to give us an affordable pistol, 2011 style pistol, at an affordable price, and I think that's what we got. So I'm gonna turn you over to my friend Jim Wahl. He's an accomplished competitive shooter, and he's also a partner with Springfield Armory. So here you go. All right, we've got Jim Wahl. Jim Wahl is a competitive shooter and a partner with Springfield Armory. Jim,
Jared,
thank you so much for coming out today.
Nice to be here.
So let's talk about what exactly you do for Springfield Armory.
We partner with them. When they bring out a new product, we have accessories that go with that.
What's your company? You work for a holster manufacturing company?
It's Milt Sparks Holsters.
Milt Sparks Holsters. Okay, awesome. So this is the Springfield Armory Prodigy 1911 double stack. What do you like about the pistol? What do you dislike about the pistol? I guess, how do you feel about it in general, out of the box?
I think it's a great pistol. I think that it came in at a price point that is going to make it very, very popular. So guys can come in and pick up this gun, go right into shooting any number of different sports you can shoot. Carry optics, you could shoot, whatever tactical.
And it's right around
sports.
$1,500, I think.
Yeah, that's about right.
Pretty reasonable.
So, yep.
Yeah, you get a lot of kind of premium features at the $1,500 price point. It's got a heavy barrel. The slide lockup's pretty good. It's got a kind of a recessed slide stop, slide release, optics cut, and I mean it's built around the 2011 platform. So you get a lot for $1,500.
Yeah. Yep. You back up iron sights that are co-witness, which is nice. The ambi safety, the grip safety that's fairly high, the good texturing with it. It's a long trigger, which has been the trigger of choice for most, 1911 style shooters. It worked great, and everyone that shot it really enjoyed it. They thought it was a great platform. They really liked the price point too. So it was surprising. They said, "Hey, this is great."
Yeah.
It comes in at a price that allows you to, you get the 3 mags that come with it. The optic, which, we didn't even zero it. It was ready to go out of the box. So,
So you got yours with the optics on it?
Yep, it came ready to shoot right out of the box.
Have you had any issues with it?
No, none at all. And it ran just fine with, 115, 124s. I don't know if we shot any 147s, but the ammo that we ran through it worked great.
Yeah, I've shot mostly 115s through mine. It's been running okay. So, great. Well, thank you very much, Jim.
You bet, Jared.
Appreciate your time, and thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Jim. Let's talk about why I think this thing is awesome. Maybe even a great pistol. The barrel design is heavily weighted towards the front of the pistol. And initially, when you present the pistol, it might feel heavy, it might affect your draw speed, but it provides a great recoil impulse, and it allows you to track the sights a lot easier through recoil and courses of fire, and it feels good. It shoots very fast. Yeah. All right, let's go over the trigger together. Here we go. Pre-travel, take up. Nice solid wall. Crisp break. Reset. Nice and short. Pre-travel, break. There's a little bit of grit or binding in the trigger, and it is what it is. By no means is this an Atlas or a custom fitted build for a 2011 race gun, but for what it is, the trigger is really good. Yes. And we can't forget the price. This pistol and some of the offerings by Bull Armory are the only pistols that I know of in this design that come in at this price point. $1,500 for a pistol with this feature set is pretty good. The iron sights, in my opinion, are fantastic. The sights seem to be very high quality, very well machined. I don't know if they're Dawson Precision or what they are, but they are great. It's got a blacked out rear sight and a fiber optic front sight. The rear sights come pre-installed on the dovetail of the agency optic system plates that you can mount your optic to, and I really like this system. The AOS plates mount with very good tolerances to the slide, and they're thin, so your optic sits relatively low as well. It's a well thought out system. My pistol came with 2 magazines, a 17 round and a 20 round magazine. If you know anything about 2011 style magazines, you'll know they're not cheap, but These are. They're 45 bucks. They're made by Durmag. I haven't had a single issue in any of my testing, so great job Springfield, great job Durmag. These are great. Holster compatibility is good as well. Pretty simple. It fits in 2011 style holsters. Great. The grip has a decently high undercut for a tight lockup on the slide. You get closer to the bore axis, and it has some other serrations and stippling as well. It's got a portion here in the front of the trigger well that's stippled, and it allows your support hand to really grip onto that. It's a good texture. Lastly, the feel of the slide is really good. There's no play, and it's just pretty buttery for a pistol in its class. Yes. Let's talk about why this thing's a piece of shit. I'm just kidding. But it does have some deficiencies. First off, and most frustrating, is the agency optics system. Not the system itself, but the plate that this comes with. It can only mount a Hex Dragonfly, a Vortex Viper, a Burris Fastfire 2 or 4, and a Crimson Trace CT Rad Pro. And I didn't have any of those. And I didn't want to buy any of those, but I did. I bought the Hex Dragonfly, and I am not impressed. I do not like this optic. I would have liked to mount my SRO or an RMR or a Holosun or any other popular optic. But at the time of making this video, these optic plates are still only available for pre-order. So that's not great. Secondly is the witness hole. A witness hole, for those of you who don't know, is a hole drilled in the barrel towards the rear of the chamber where you can quickly glance down and check and see if you have a round loaded in the chamber. But I don't need that because I press check like a maniac. I wouldn't mind so much if it didn't eject gas directly from the witness hole into the front of the optic, which it does. It might not be an issue if you don't run optics at all or with some other optics, but come on. You're gonna run optics. The grip on this thing is big. I'm not gonna lie. And it's not a big deal for me because I have big old banana hands. But for someone with small hands or normal size hands, I guess, it might be too big. So you might have to adjust your grip a little bit or find different ways to actuate the slide stop, slide release. This has a grip safety, which I am not a fan of. The way that I hold the pistol, I don't actuate it 100% of the time. Maybe it's my fault, but I'm happy with my grip. So I put a bicycle inner tube around this to defeat the grip safety, and that works fine for me. These are all pretty subjective gripes. So moving into the realm of objectivity, we have reliability issues and accuracy issues. They market this pistol with the barrel as a match grade bull barrel, and the fit and finish are fantastic. I know a lot of people have been getting good results with accuracy with their pistols, but that is not the case with me. So I benched the gun and shot 10 or 15 round strings supported at 25 yards, and this is what I got. So I'll be trying to talk to somebody at Springfield about a barrel replacement or some type of fix. Maybe they have a certain ammo they like to run through this. I'm not sure, but I don't think that this particular issue is a design issue with the Prodigy. As I said, some other reviewers have been getting good results with theirs, so we will see what I can do with mine. Moving on to reliability, and this is an issue that I think is inherent to the design of the Prodigy. I don't think that this pistol has enough spring pressure in the recoil spring, and I could be wrong, but there's something called a disconnector on this pistol that prevents the pistol from firing if it's not in battery. And it might be the spring tension on the recoil spring or the geometry of the disconnector or the spring on the disconnector or a combination of all three or something else. But my slide gets hung up on the disconnector all the time. There's a very, very clear hang up on the disconnector. Sometimes it'll need an extra push to seat the slide in the battery, and I don't know about you, but I don't want to compete or carry a pistol that isn't very reliable. So I'll have to fix this issue and shoot it a whole lot before I decide to compete or carry with it. The Prodigy is a good gun. It shoots very, very well. And you might need to replace a few springs or get a new optics plate to run your favorite optic when they come out with them. But looking at the gun as a whole for the price point, you can break into the 2011 or 1911 double stack market for a pretty good price point, $1,500. And when it shoots very, very well. And that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.